Okay, so I think I'm live. And hey guys, welcome to the sorry. Hey guys, welcome to the new stream. And today is day 5 of our live stream. And those who don't know that what this stream is based on, so I'm a beginner in just 3D animation who is wanting and willing to be a creative director. And in this journey of 300 days, this is the fifth day. And what I do in this live stream is just I share my thought processes on how I can increase and improve my visual tastes in storytelling, like visual storytelling, by reviewing the advertisements, observing them, analyzing them, and creating my own ideas on the same concept and not following the script. So those who don't know well about me, you can go to the previous four streams which I did. Actually, five streams which I did, but first one I'm not counting it as the stream. So yeah, the previous four streams I did, you can go and check it out. What my journey of this 4 days was like. And because today is the fifth day, and today also we are going to review an advertisement. And by reading the um, title. By reading the title, you might have already guessed that yes, that on which brand this observation and this creative level thinking is going to be based on. So yes, it's Volkswagen, and we are just going to review an advertisement of this company, and we are going to review it. We are going to observe and analyze it, that what things have been done in two aspects. The first one is scripting, and the second one is visual storytelling, and like what how the cinematic shots were taken, the background and everything which have the visuals in it. And yes, the script and the way the advertisement is made. So these are the two things. The because the main motive is to like it is to cross the limits of my creative thinking and the level of problem solving skills. That is the goal of this live stream. I'll be coming live daily, but there will be sometimes I'll take break. And my main motive is to stream for 300 days daily, give 1 to 2 hours in this particular thing, and make myself as matchable with a creative director thinking. So yes, that's the main goal of doing live streams. Those who are interested can join me. If you are better than me, so welcome you also, because you can improve me. You can check, like we can have a discussion together. This stream can act like a community. It's your choice at the end, by the way, if you really want to continue watching. But if you really want to improve your creativeness and you are of my level, you can watch this live stream with me and have discussions with me. And if you are someone who is better than me, you can for sure guide me and tell where I'm wrong, where I'm right, and what are the things I can improve for myself. So that's all. Now, without wasting any time, I'm just going to start the review of that advertisement. That advertisement is, I guess, of 1 minute 17 seconds. Let's see. And I'll just open two things. The first one is the advertisement, and the second one is the whiteboard to explain myself and to you all too. Okay, so this is the whiteboard. Just wait for a second. Okay, so I think we are good to go now. All I need to do is to show you the screen of my desktop. But before that, I want to turn on this XP pen so that I can write and use it. Okay, and we are good to go. I guess everything is fine. Yes. So I'll show adverse like that advertisement to you. And we'll just see it, we'll review it and check whether everything is all right with that advertisement or not. We'll try to find some things which can be improved in the advertisement to make it look more appealing and good. and no, it's not of 1 minute 17 seconds, but 1 minute 50 seconds. Okay, so we are going to just review it, and here it is. So the warning is given to us where they say that the professional have performed these kind of stunts and do not attempt a recreate. So Amrock presents. This is a desert area. A test like no other. So they are going to do a test with their own car model, which was released. 4x Force of Nature Challenge. So they are doing the nature challenge, and let's see what it's going to be like. So there is a car, good looking car. Their logo was visible, so it's Volkswagen's car. And there is a person who is going to take tests and just write down the experiments done. So now that person shows the sign that you can start, and I'll give you the reviews that what kind of performance this car is giving. So yes, now so some cinematic shots were shown, and first of all we'll just see the car first, like the advertisement.
What's next?
Okay, so you saw the advertisement. And in this advertisement, the four tests were done. The first one was to check whether it performs well on Earth. The second one was to perform whether it performs to check whether it performs well on water, then wind, then fire. So at the end, the person who was reviewing the car's performance, he gives a good review, and the ad finishes. So first of all, we are going to talk about the cinematic shots it gave. Okay, so this is a kind of drowned desert where there is a loss of water, and it feels kind of a place where it's like mountain place, like that's why they are saying Earth to check whether it performs well in rocky area, and is it well for off-roading or not. So now the test is going to start, and this the camera rotates in a very well way. So we are going to talk about the cinematics first. So this is the first shot where the scene is shown of a place where the car is really. So they are just showing the environment. Then comes a test like no other is just a starting of it, that we are going to do a test which no one have done, and ऐसा कोई नहीं कर सकता, and wait, no one will be able to do like this. So there's just a place. First of all, the advertisement, like the surroundings is shown. After that, the car comes, and the story comes to begin. Like story begins by just showing a car, the driver, and the person who is going to review. As soon as the person sees this, no one will just think of what's happening. Without any word, they are going to show us that this test is going to happen. So by seeing this, you will not be able to check, like you will not be able to realize that what's happening. But in coming shots, you will realize that what this shot was really for. It was just a showcase that this car is going to go for a really good test, and this person in white coat is going to give the review, like going to check whether it performs well in these four nature tests or not. This is a 4x4 of nature challenge. Okay, so the car comes, waits for a while. This shot comes here, and the driver says that are we ready to go. Then the person in the coat just gives the sign by getting ready with his pen and paper. He don't reply to his statement. Then what happens is he gets ready. He gets the sign, he gets ready, and it's a very cool shot. Okay, so we're going to talk about this shot. The camera angle is focusing on onto the eyes of this person. First of all, the light is coming from outside just because to make it feel natural, as there is only one source of light. The backside is not like it's black, but there is a bit of a thing which could reflect the light so that it doesn't make it feel black or dark. So there might be a paper, white paper, or something which reflects the light onto the face of right side of this person also, and it's very clear and in depth details. So the camera is very good, and it is recording the video in like the visuals in 4K or 8K. I don't care, I don't know, but yes, the quality is very good, and the color grading also feels good. The mirror is closed right now, by the way. And what else I think I see is nothing special. But now thinking of it, whether we can make this advertisement in software like Unreal Engine, I think we can, because of MetaHuman, because this kind of shot can really be made, because right now there is no expression shown. We can make it feel like that it's real in Unreal Engine. So the shot begins, and here a very cool shot comes, like starts from here, and it begins it begins from here and ends up. It's rotating, and it's feeling a good shot. Like you just see at a flow. See, there feels like it is rotating, and then this is shown. Like it feels like a soothing flow. It really is a good shot. Okay, so then this one is shown. It converted it into 4 by 4, I guess. I don't know what this is, but most probably it just turned on the mode where the nature test can be done. Then he does this, and after that, I think he accelerates for sure. No, he changes the mode of this. What is D? The P is parking, R is reverse, N is neutral, and D is drive. Okay, so he drives, and then he accelerates, then shows, then everything and every not movement he's doing is shown by in the camera. So first of all, he gets ready, his eyes are shown. He gets ready with the steering wheel is shown. Then he converts the car mode into 4 by 4, or I guess what, I don't know. Then that is shown. So continuously everything and every movement he's doing, everything is shown. Then he accelerates, the speedometer is shown, and then car's tire are shown. So everything which happens, every movement which happens in reality while driving a car, that all is shown. And now it starts going, and I don't know how, but this this smoke which you see, not smoke, it's the, we can say it as dirt, which gets unsettled as soon as the tire rotates. But because it rotates from here, how is this possible that it happens? So it's just VFX for sure. Or if it's not VFX, so it's fake. It can't be real that tire rotates and this much dirt gets unsettled from the ground. So the car shot is shown and the steering wheel gets right and the big shot comes where the whole car is shown getting towards the right direction. And then the mist comes. Now the test starts and it goes into a place where it is mountain place. It is made for like off-roading, going to rocky place to check its performance in these kind of places. And now they are showing some features like this is the camera. Okay, so please check surroundings for safety. This is the front camera, I guess, and this is the top view. Okay, so for now the different shots are done, and this shot was really risky. I mean, this car is coming from here, and it looks like it just touched the ground. We'll see. So it really feels good when a car performs well in these kind of places. You can't expect a car like a car like BMW to perform like this in these areas. So they are just telling that the competition is not with supercars, the competition is performance. If you're really trying to go to off-roading, so these kind of cars of their company is well. And because this car is able to survive in this kind of circumstances, then I think this is what you should choose. Like this kind of message they are trying to deliver to the audience. Now, to the person who is writing the reviews, experience like analyzes that this car performs well. So he gives takes. Okay. Now it's time to give review about water, how it performs actually. So helicopter comes and this approaches towards it and makes the water push into the car, and different views are shown showing the cars only. Okay, so this one I think was edited. How how the thing is possible that the car is going from the side of that person in white coat and he's not wet. Is he wet or not? I didn't see. Most probably he is. It feels like he is. So he gives a tick on this also that it performs good in water. Then it accelerates and it's about the time to show whether it performs well in wind or not. And this, let's see. This shot was really good. This one. Okay, so he's kind of impressed by the performance the car showed and he takes on this also. Now the last one that is fire. I don't know whether it's real or not. Taking car from fireplaces, it really is dangerous, and that's why they have shown that closed course professional supervision do not attempt. This really is dangerous, and they're doing it. Okay, so this was the last test, and it passed flawlessly. Now again, the car come towards it, and he laughs like, "Oh, it was really impressing. You passed all of it, and the test went well." So there was the review of all four tests and the AMROC, no greater. Okay. So this was the advertisement, and the visuals were really good. The helicopter, I guess, was in a slow moment when shown. Yes. So now whatever the thing is done, it's shown. If the water is about to fall, then the feature in helicopter which makes it happen, that is shown, and the water comes down into the car. So this is what happened in this advertisement. Now we are going to talk about the script. What happens? So what happens over here is that there is a car of Volkswagen. Wait for a while. Volkswagen. There is a car of Volkswagen, right? I don't know the spelling. So this is Volkswagen. Okay, so right now I was going to give the review, like talk about the script. What happened was this is a car 4x4's nature challenge, right? So they were going to do a challenge to show that what's the performance, what is the performance it gives, and a test like no other. Okay, so the test was on the earth, it was on the water and the wind, and I saw something which was really not as appealing as it should be, but we'll talk about it later. But now we are just going to talk about the script. So earth, water, wind, and the last one was fire. Okay, so these four things were on which the ad was based on. Like these four challenges were what it was supposed to uh, be performing on. So the first one was Earth, its performance on its rigidness, how it how good it performs in places like which are um, what do we say that again and again I'm just forgetting that word. What do we say that? Off-roading, yes. It checks off-roading. Like off-roading, I guess not only includes earth but also water, wind, and fire. So we'll consider all of these. I'm just writing that what experience it gives to the customer or to the one who will buy the car. So off-roading, it performs well in off-roading while you are driving in rocky places or places which are not really good. When you are in a place like forest, it performs well in water, wind, and fire. So it's not for city for sure. It does not stand a competition against a supercar, or we will consider a supercar or a performance car like BMW or any other, and it stands a competition against the cars who are made for off-roading. And the tests it's shown were the first one was of I guess the earth. Okay, so it was good, but one flaw which I found was that the text which was there was not much appealing. It was making a difference between the visual and the text. There was a difference in it, as you see over here. Okay, so it kind of blends well, but it feels kind of off to me. I don't know why it does, but when I see it, it just blends like rocks are ahead of the text and the background is behind the earth written text, but it feels kind of off to me. Okay, so it's good, but as I'm saying, the text does not blend with the scene. Even if you see in this one, the next or this water one, it doesn't blend well. It feels like it is not good. I don't know why, but according like it just seems to me. I'll not say that there is a better thing which can be done, and I'm not getting it in my mind. But yes, this shot doesn't feel well to me. And then it was wind. Yes, this could be considered well. And yes, the reason why I am thinking of it is because of the contrast. As you see over here, the black and white, it feels good. But when we come to talk about this one, it does not feel good. I think a kind of black shadow should be there to make it look more appealing and make it look more good. I think of it. And talking about the earth one, okay, so it is good. I found this one not to be good. Where is that? This water one, because it was not contrasted with the background. Talking about this wind one, it was really good and kind of feels good because you see the contrast between the background and the text is very good. The black and white feels good, and this rotating also. So this is just the editing kind of chroma key is used in it. So that's good. But I don't feel why this makes sense, because any car can go from this place and this wind also, like this water also, any car can like perform well in this. So there could be something else done to make it more obvious that yes, if this car performs from this situation, then I think this is best for us. But what they have shown, any car can perform well in this situation according to me. Not any car. I'm not saying that you buy just a cheap car and start doing the same test, but the test which was done on the same price, any other brand could also do this. And there can be something else, we'll talk about it. And when I'll make my own script, I'll like try to make a, situation or environment which looks more better than this one. Now talking about the wind one, so yes, it doesn't make sense. Like it feels artificial. If you are really showing something, a car to be performing well in a place, like you should be showing it performing well in real life. Because if you're trying to make it, oh wait, I think the reason why they are doing is because they are taking test. It's not about performing well in reality, because we have seen that there was a person who was taking test and he was with the pen and paper. So it was meant to be artificial. Now I'm getting it. Okay. So this was deep, and the artificial thing was just because they were trying to show that whether it performs well on it or not. But then also, I think this doesn't make sense. I'll tell you why when I'll make my own script of the advertisement. So now the last test goes and car goes a far place where this fire extinguishers are there. These things are done, and this just goes between the fire flames and just moves here and there and waits in front of this person, whosoever he is, wearing the white coat. And then he asks what the performance is and what's his reaction. He laughs. Okay, so now this is the review and the Amrock no greater force. So whatever the thing was, that was really good. This ad was really good, but there were some things which didn't look good. Yes, talking about the sound effects. Earlier it was good. Okay, there's a silence. It starts. Driver says something. Till it's looking totally good. So for now, I don't have a good taste in like music, or like I have a good taste, but it doesn't feel good to me. I mean, if I would say that this song is not looking good in it, so After that also I will not be able to answer then that which song looks good in it, like which song sounds good in this shot. So that what I'm saying, see, what I'm saying was there were four tests done: the earth, the water, and the wind and fire. These three were fake, and this seems to be real. You know why? Because it was in nature. They were testing nature, so why were they including artificial things? That doesn't, like, if audience will see it, they will not complain over it because they are not using real sense. They're just watching it, it feels good for them. But if you really want to make automotive or your product look more appealing, so I think including fake things doesn't make sense, according to me. If you have any other opinion, you can just share. But yes, according to me, it's not. As you see over here, when the car gets like it gets down, it really seems good. To me, as an audience, it seems like I should buy this car because it performs well in these kind of areas. But when it comes about water, he just spills water from top, and it doesn't make kind of sense. I don't know why. It would make sense if the height of helicopter would be high, because the pressure of water at that time would be really hard, and it would make sense that yes, using this car would save you even if the water splash comes from a height. But the helicopter just comes near to the car, and it spills just above from it, and that might not, like, generate more force, and it might not look good. Yes, this will make sense that you are taking your car towards the river and still it's working. So this must seems good, but introducing helicopter and trying to make it look like that's the test, it doesn't seems to be more appealing. But taking the car to the water side, that's more appealing. Okay, so there was the person. Now it's time for the wind. I got a shot, if I would be making this ad, what kind of shot I would use. I just got the shot in my mind and it's really good. All it needs to be is to make it in real. But right now I'm just practicing to just think as far as possible to make ads look more appealing. So I'll just think. I can just think because producing this kind of things literally takes a lot of efforts, and the production quality should be very well in that, using very high tech cameras, people's drivers, cars. That takes a lot of efforts, but the shots which I'm getting into my mind really is better than this one. Like if you're really having an editor who can edit, so like not editing like split cut edit, but like I'm talking about VFX. If you can have a person who can generate this kind of VFX, I think that can also be done, which I'm going to talk about. So this shot was really good, and this is my favorite shot. Like the way things happen, I know that this is not real, but the fans are used and which are not in the frame, but it really looks good, and it shows the power of car. The background song is not looking like, not seems to be good according to me. I don't think so that the song which was just going on behind behind this visuals, it didn't look good, like it didn't sounded good to me. I don't know why. So whatever, they were the things which I thought they were not good, but I am now going to make my own script. As you saw that these were the things which happened, and it was 1 minute 50 seconds long visual or ad, you can say. And what I found was it was good, but talking about practicality, that what kind of performance it will give in practical situations, like how it performed in the earth test, the first one. The rest of three were not real, so it didn't looked so much appealing. Talking about water, we can consider not the helicopter one, but that one which when it went from there. Yes, I know I'm going too logical, but if someone like me really want to buy a car, I will think about it. And the person who is making the advertisement should also think about it. So that's why I'm thinking about this like that. Like, if a person is having money and he wants to buy a car, so why are you doing or showing the artificial things? Why not doing the real things? And if if there is a case that in real scenarios this will fail, I think it's not for the customer. The customer will not buy it. And if he's buying it, so he's only buying it thinking of that the artificial things are going to happen, a bit of wind will come, a bit of water will be poured on him. So if he's thinking on that kind of side, it's best for him. But if the car really have the potential of going through those things, so I think showing those things are better. So I'll tell you about it. So the script is just the same, concept is just the same. We are going to test on four things. So the script one is going to be on 4x force of nature challenge. So the first one I'm going to use the same concept but not the script like how it goes. But this is script one, and another we are going to use our own concept, and I'll talk about it later. So the first, which is 4x force of nature challenge, which I talked about, the first one is earth, the second one is water, the third one is wind, and fourth is fire. So these four tests have to be done. Now the water is the place where the car gets good. So according to me, the test of water should be done at last to make the car look clean and really performing well. So if there is a car which is clean, it goes to the earth like rocky side, it gets a bit of dirty. Then it goes to wind where the dirt comes on the car, and then it gets a bit of bad, like, it gets a bit of again dirty. So two times it gets dirty. The car was good, fine. Then again it goes not to get dirty, but it goes to water. So I'm just making a logical reason. After that it goes to fire. Why fire? Because the car is now uh, a bit of wet. So when it goes to fire, it again gets fine. So I'm just using that it's fine, and at last also, after fire, it's not fine, it's fire, it gets again fine. So the concept goes like this. There is a bit of tweaking I have done. So this is earth, and this is wind, this is water, and this is fire. So the car was fine. The same thing will happen. The car will come on the top of mountain from the road. There is a person standing who is about to give the test, and what is going to happen is he is going to go downwards, and the test starts. The different cinematics shots were shown where it goes through this challenge of earth, and so I'm also going to decide the shots. It's not like just I'm just talking about it. For now I'll just erase this one. Okay, so in the first shot, in the first shot, what happens is we are shown the mountain from far away. We are shown the mountain. It's not too high on altitude, but we can consider it like this. Okay, so it comes from here, and there was a person standing over there to just wait for the car to come at the top. And when it comes at the top, the race starts. Not the race, but the challenge starts. Same thing's happening, but right now the height is high, and yes, the race starts. Why I'm saying the race again and again? Uh, the challenge starts of those four things, and on that challenge, what am I doing? Should I delete it? Yes. Do you want to delete? Okay. How to remove this one? I created a lot of shorts, like the slides. So the car comes here, the same shots were shown, the driver's eyes, like those shots were really good. It really made it look like it was a cinematic shot. So the same shot was shown. The first one was looking towards eyes, then the steering wheel was shown in the same way, and after that, what was that? That was that he changed the mode into driving into a off-roading place. Then after that, he changed from neutral to driving mode. They were different. The first one was parking, the second was reverse, the third was neutral, and the fourth was to drive. Then he changes to the drive, then he accelerates, then the tire moves, like rotates. And what happens is, yes, I got an idea. What happens is the tire rotates and it goes ahead, and the dirt which gets come up unsettled from the ground. Because of that, it it gets like immersed, like it gets onto the environment, due to which the person who was about to take tests, he starts he starts coughing because of the dirt. He like do this, he like do because of the dirt. Just visualize it. So this happens and he gets angry, and then the car starts driving. The different off-roading shots were done. The first one could be going from the rocky area where the car's balance was checked, and the suspense, not the suspense, but the shockers were checked. The suspension of the cars were checked from these areas. Different shots. One shot could be shown where the camera is behind the seat of the person, and like his back is shown and the front area is shown. That could be the shot which could be really appealing. Then it goes through those circumstances, and then the person who is really wet, not sorry, not wet, but who's really dirty, his coat is really dirty because when the tire moved, he got dirty. So who currently is also dirty. It's not like he got fine. He currently is also dirty. He gives a tick uh, on the first test, that was of earth. All right, now the second test comes. Second test was of, this was the first test. Second test, what was it? Water. But it was according to the storyline of the ad. According to us, the second one is going to be of wind. Now, what I am going to think of it is like there is a tornado in front. The tornado is just coming towards the car, then he denies. The person who is taking the test denies to the driver that don't do it, but the driver smiles and then he goes. Just imagine it. I know that I won't be able to make you feel like that, but just imagine the expressions and whatever is happening. Different camera angles are shown, but he denies that it's too dangerous, but the driver smiles knowing the capability of his own car which he's driving, and he goes towards the tornado. Then you see the shot over here. Yes, this wind one. Not this one. Yes, this one. This same shot will be at the time when this car comes out of this tornado, and it will make the car look more dirtier, and due to which it will need for a bit of like for a bit of washing kind of thing. So now the driver sees the water from a lot far, like the ocean. He sees the ocean from a lot of far, and he goes over there. Then what happens is he goes to the sea, like the same thing is happening, but the helicopter didn't come over here when he crossed it. Like the same turn he takes to go towards the sea, he saw it that there is water, and he takes the same turn like this one to go towards the sea, and then he shouts like this helicopter scene don't come because it doesn't make any sense. Then he go like same he's going right now, but as I told, the helicopter is not there in my script because it really is not making sense. And right now it could make sense because the person who was taking the review found that the car is really dirty because of the tests it done, and he calls to the helicopter and did the same thing. There can be something like this, but it looks more good when it goes towards the water, you know. And at the time when I told you that where it is, that the person who was taking the test also is dirty. He was just standing aside of the beach, and the car goes like the same, it's going like this. And then the person who was taking the test also gets wet and gets fined because he was dirty enough. So the same things are happening. I'm just tweaking it a little bit so that it seems to be more appealing. Now the last test was left, which was fire. And okay, so we could do that. They are doing the same thing. The artificial fire thing is done. Because where will the fire come from in these kind of places like in jungles? And it doesn't make any sense to fire the whole jungle. But yes, we can consider that there was extinguisher and he went through it. Just because the car was wet, he went through it and car went fine. And then he stops in a place like this, and the same thing happens. So there were just a little bit of things which I did to make the sense of car more better, like the sense of ad look more better. So according to me, this should be the better version of this advertisement, and yes, that's what I think should have happened. So now it's time to think of the second script, and it will take me a time because the first script was just based on the first one, the already real scene, the real advertisement. I just made a little bit of changes in it. I changed the way it was going to be like, and I also changed some of the scenes, some of the scenarios, and the expressions of how he feels like over here. And yes, so these were the things I changed. And yes, over here when he denies the driver to go towards the tornado, but he smiles and goes, knowing the capability of his own car. Now, what else a script could be made out of these situations? Okay, so there is a car, right? What else could be done? I need to think for a bit of time. So what we can do is, I got an idea. So this is our Volkswagen car, and this is a short film of this car. Okay, so it's going to take a bit of time for me to make you understand it. The same things are happening, but in starting the things changes. And wait, let me raise it. So the script is really good into my mind. I just need to tell you that script. Okay, so it goes like the car of Volkswagen is there. Volkswagen. So this is the car of Volkswagen, and it was just standing over here. The person, so this is the car of this person X, whosoever he is. We don't know the name of him, but his friend comes bringing a like not a better car, but a car whose brand is not shown, but it is a 4x4 car. It does not represent any particular brand or company or automotive company. So he comes like inside of his and says that my car is better. And then he denies by saying, then he says, let's do a challenge. Then he says, tomorrow morning on this place, in this particular place. Then he smiles and then he goes. On the next morning, in morning time, they come and like Vox, they didn't bring, like the person didn't bring his own car by knowing the capabilities of his own car, but he was just there to judge the capability of his car. So he comes over here, and then same things happen, but in place of that scientist, why am I calling that person scientist, in place of that observer who had the pen and the paper, instead of that person, his friend is that person. And now the same thing happens. What happens? This his car comes from here, he goes, the same expressions come, that dirt gets up while the tire rotates. Then the same expression, he becomes angry, and then he gets shocked by the performance it is giving on this particular environment, in this particular off-roading environment, in jungle, going through trees. At that time it's going through trees, it's better to make it look more good. Okay, so this is happening. Now, what happens is the same thing happens till here. Then he says, instead of the person who was judging that you should not go here, he says that, see, there is a tornado. I am sure that your car cannot go there. Then he smiles and goes there. He knows, the person, his friend knows that his car don't have the capacity of or the capability to go through these tornado, but he says that your car cannot go. Your car also cannot go. Then he smiles and then he goes. He gets a bit of shocked that what is he doing. But when he comes out like this scene, where is it? Yes, in Wind. When his car comes out like this scene, this is the reaction of that person, his friend. He is amazed. Okay, so like this. So this is the expression of his, like he's smiling, but he's a bit that, but his friend is a bit shocked that how is this possible? So the same thing happens. Then water comes, and he go to the sea by seeing that there is a sea, and he goes near to the beach and goes to the water, splashing water on his face, like onto the face of his friend. And then he gets angry, and getting annoyed, he goes towards the car, like just walking towards the same direction. And then he goes towards the fire, and he gets the person who was driving the car, the whose Volkswagen car was he gets out and he says, now what's about your, like, what's your opinion? Then he gets annoyed and accepts that, okay, I accepted that your car is better. So this is the second script which came into my mind, and I think both of them were better and better than the real one. Although I got inspired from this one only. I mean this ad, but yes, I just made things which could make it look more good. All right. So that was all I had to do. And today I got two ideas. I think I should work on another one, but in starting, I don't want to think a lot. With time, I will surely think of getting different scripts out of the same advertisement. But right now, I think that's all. So today the session was not too long. It got completed in just 51 minutes. And what's your opinion about my scripts? Were they better than this one or not? There were two scripts I made, and were they better than this one or not? I just want a review of that, and I think it was better according to me. But the problem is just with the production, whether it could be made or not. Although it could be made, if someone who made this ad thinking of introducing a helicopter, so it's possible to hire a editor who can make a tornado. And yes, that was all. So that is it for today's stream, I guess. Tomorrow I'll think of another better version of advertisement. Today, I was just going through ads for 30 to 45 minutes, thinking of which advertisement is better, and at last, this was the ad which I found. So it's really hard. It's not just I'm coming and talking about the advertisements. It's really hard to find a particular ad on which I can make my changes on, because every ad is not uh, better, and every ad is not meant for making it look better, because there is a lot of things like people are shown in it. Sometimes I don't even understand that what's happening in the ad. Sometimes I don't even see the product. As I think of where is the product they were advertising, where is the brand, what's the name of the brand. So that was really confusing for me. I found many of them, and I also searched for top 5 advertising campaigns of this week. I found 5 of them, but only uh, one was like I was able to understand it, but it was not of my genre. It was something else, and it was like really confusing for me that should I continue doing live stream on this topic or not. But because my niche is of automotive, so I thought of finding an advertisement that fits to my niche. So this is what I found. My 70% of ads would be on automotives, not 70%, but yes, you can consider 60 to 70% of ads would be on automotives, and the rest of can be on your suggestions and can be on different brands which are famous and from which I can learn something. And yes, I can make something better to increase my credibility and my creativity. So that is all for today. And at last, if you watched till here, thanks a lot. That means a lot for me. Giving importance to me, uh, that means a lot. And yes, so giving the review of giving the summary of what my channel is for. If you just skipped the every single second of the stream and just came till here, uh, the motive of this is doing this stream is to improve my creativity, and why doing it live, so that I can get something, I can get to know something better from the people who are more creative than me. And also, another reason is to build a community where people like me can come with me, talk to me just for 1 hour and one and a half hour, and after that, just improve the creativity, making their own scripts. You can also make your own scripts and write it down into the comments, into the comments also, or into the live chats. Yeah, no, that's nothing other than that. So yes, in future I'm thinking of creating a Discord server where we all can literally talk to each other, but not now. I think that would be possible when I'll have subscribers, people who are really willing to watch me or spend time with me. creating a community where we can improve and foster our creative journey. And my aim is to be a creative director, to be able to think of how others cannot, and thinking of in a unique way, trying to tweak some things which could make better, and helping brands to bring them more, uh, helping brands to bring them more attention. And that's the goal of mine, my life. And yes, so thanks a lot for watching the stream till end, and I'll be meeting you in the next stream tomorrow.